Eddie Soto, thanks for joining us today.
Hi.
Well, tell us about Den. What's happening here?
The future. It's exciting. It's exciting. The internet is the future. It's something that I've always been excited about. The internet to me is something that's just barely breaking the surface, very much like silent movies was just beginning back 100 years ago. Of course, in New York in 1905, and they have storefronts with just a sheet of fabric and an old film of a girl dancing like a novelty, and someone cranking the projector. The internet's just getting started, so that's why I'm excited about it, and I think that this seemed like a good opportunity for me.
Now, you produce programming here, but they're very short programs. Tell us about that. Why so short?
Well, I think some of our programs, there's no particular time limit to them. They're right about 6 minutes. A lot of people that on their break from work or things like this want to be able to come, check out an episode that's very short. We don't have the rules of television, see. We don't have the commercial break you have to see. You watch it on your break instead of having to have an hour or 45 minutes. But we do have all the episodes on demand, so you could spend a lot of time when you want to, watching these things when you're ready, as many episodes as you want.
So you don't have to watch your favorite show at 4:30 every day. You watch it whenever you want to watch it.
Exactly, and you can watch all the episodes in the order you want to watch them when you have the time. But watching the show is just one piece of it. It's all the interactive elements that are produced along with it. If you watch an episode of Frat Rats, which is a college fraternity show, and then you check out one element where you want to go and tour the frat house they live in for themselves, you can click on the various rooms and look into the rooms and check out in 360 degrees, look and study all the elements in a character's room. And we might put hidden elements in there, or extra elements in there that you might not notice in the show, so the show has a depth and a much heightened experience. Frankly, the internet gives you the opportunity to spend a lot more time, and it's more intimate than television, where you just sit back and watch something. The internet asks you to become engaged, you to get involved, and so we want to reward you for that. So not only is there a little a film clip that runs 6 minutes, that's just a catalyst. Once we plant the seed in your mind of the idea of the show, the rest of it is yours to do.
How many different types of programs do you have?
There's a various different types. They're all very different from each other. I mean, it ranges from a show called Fear of a Punk Planet, which is all about the world of punk rock. And it's sort of a linear, episodic show. A band called the Vandals, Joe Escalante, produces the show. So one thing I want to stress is these shows, although they're very different, they're produced by people that are part of that culture and part of that audience. It's not someone at a network in a tie in an office trying to figure out what teenage slang is. It's written by people that are part of that. So another show called Aggranation is produced and made by people that are champions in skating, skateboarding, or are into rock climbing. One of them is an X Games champion. All of this kind of comes from the culture. It's all about taking the street culture or the authentic culture of these things and bringing them up to the top.
Now, do you think there will be no television in the future? Everything will be on the internet?
I think television, like every other sort of media, as one other new media comes out, it only changes its role. Radio didn't go away when television came in. Radio changed its role in your life. Instead of you listening to it with your family in a darkened living room where you heard dramas, you listened to it on your way to work, or perhaps in an office space. Television, I think, will continue to be a very vital part of people's lives. But the internet and what it offers and the way that you can grow up with it, like our generation that we're entertaining at Den, which is the generation that has grown up with the net, it's their medium. We're a guest there. I mean, the whole thing of the internet is the sharing and the sense of community that you get out of it, and that is a component of the Den experience. So if you see a show on skateboarding, there's a skateboarding community of people that are interested in it you're going to connect with right now. Television is a different side of it.
Talk about your background. How did you get here? What were you doing before?
I was at Walt Disney Imagineering. Now, that's the division that creates all of the theme park attractions for the Disney company. I was running a small group within Imagineering that was called the Concept Development Studio, which developed leading-edge creative ideas that went across all of the other divisions of the Disney company beyond theme parks. So this was a very challenging and exciting job. Actually, I was involved in Tokyo Disneyland for a while as well. Your audience might be familiar with that. But doing a lot of these leading-edge projects led me to understand that, you know what, the internet really is the sort of trend of the future and is the new medium that's about to explode. And I just couldn't wait to jump into that medium, and Den was where I landed.
And you have viewership around the world, not just the U.S., obviously.
You'd say World Wide Web URL, so you can just come in and visit us. Sure.
Do you hear from other countries?
We've actually, I think, one of the leading. We can track some of the hits. The European business community is I think, clicked on us quite a bit. We do get messages about frat rats from France, for example. You know.
So what do you spend your day doing? What kind of areas are you involved in specifically?
Boy, a lot of different things. My role is David Newman, the president of Den, wanted an Imagineer to come into Den because he saw the interactive experience, the media experience, the commerce experience, where not only what you see in the show that's unique and exciting, you could even buy it. He saw the connection to the world of theme parks and said, that's an immersive experience. That is interactive. Any guest to a theme park can visit those attractions in any order they want, and it is something that has this immersive sense to it that you want to go back to. That every detail at a theme park matters. It's all themed or it's beautiful. He said, how can we bring this look and feel to Den? So I'm involved in sort of creative vision, bringing whatever the next step or level to this interactive Den experience, digital experiences, as well as the aesthetic, trying to bring the new aesthetic to Den. And there's a lot of exciting things to see when you come.
Thanks for joining us today.
Well, pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.